Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hello, how are you? I am going to be checking in with the energies for the rest of this month. So we are halfway through October. We are getting closer to Halloween, Samhain, for those of you who celebrate that, and the veil really being pulled back as we get closer, probably the closest that we get any time of the year to the other side of the veil. And for many people, um, you start having very prophetic dreams. You start really, your intuition feels like it's on fire. And it can be really overwhelming and challenging for those of you who aren't used to trusting and acting on what spirit is bringing you, or getting the messages that your higher self, your crossed over loved ones, your guides are bringing through for you. And so if you're really feeling this energy ramping up as you really feel this connection, that's what I want to do today, is really dig into what the messages for the rest of this month are going to be for us who are feeling the energies. So I actually have been looking at this Hocus Pocus deck that is actually based on the Hocus Pocus movie, which I know, I don't even know where I'm looking. I'm still getting used to the new camera setup, guys. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. So, this is really a kind of a fun little deck. So what I thought I would do is to go ahead and maybe that's what I need to do. Just move my microphone so I know where the camera is. So good morning, everyone. Good morning, those of you watching. Afternoon, good evening on the replay. But yeah, so the Hocus Pocus Tarot deck. The rest of this month, what does Spirit want to bring forth for us? What is it that will be helpful or beneficial for us to know about the next 2 weeks as we get into the energy of Halloween and Samhain and the veil becoming thinner for Spirit to be able to communicate with us? Oh, okay. So, Two of Potions and Temperance. Interesting. So Two of Potions came out first. And then Temperance was right behind it. So I feel like this next 2 weeks, Spirit is bringing you options. This Two of Potions is really making me feel like making a decision, having the courage to make the decision. I'm getting the courage from the red on this card, the red ray, red light code. But really having options. And with Temperance coming with it, it feels like this option is going to be based on learning and achieving that you have been working towards, goals that you've been working towards, intentions that you've been setting to take you to the next higher plane or the next level of whatever it is that you're wanting, next level of relationship, next level of job, money. But the next 2 weeks, it feels like there's going to be, because of work that you've done, learning that you've done, information that you've gathered, it's going to put you in this position to have an option or a choice. And Spirit is guiding you to have the courage to be able to do that. Yeah. So what is coming out to support these? Oh, Page of Pumpkins. Yeah. So this is going to be a new offer. So this option is coming through a new offer. And again, you have the wisdom. The Temperance card is making me feel like this new option in the next couple of weeks is really going to be helping you to know what is gonna be right for you, and I do feel like this is gonna be a very clear knowing. That's gonna be a very clear, "I'm gonna go in this direction, I'm not going in that direction." I feel like, what's coming in for the next couple of weeks is going to be a clear indication based on the wisdom and the learning and the growth that you have, been a part of. Um, but it's all coming together for you. So let's dig into this. And I'm going to be using the Guardian Angel cards by Radley Valentine to. Good morning, Tammy. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, Darlene. Good morning, dear Cynthia. Good morning. This is going to be a general message for everyone. So please take what resonates. All right. So let's talk. Oh, I don't want to take, that was like a whole packet. I don't want to do that. So let's, I'm going to really clear these out, I think. We're going to come over here, run them over the candle. All right. And there. Oh, yeah, that feels better. They feel lighter. They feel clearer. Oh, and we have one. Oh, okay. Yeah. So 4 of Earth, which would be the 4 of Pentacles, which is all about being a good steward of your money, or maybe feeling like you are having lack consciousness. You don't have enough money, you don't have enough support, finances, foundation, people and situations that have not been there for you has made you feel like you have to be very careful. Or, but what I'm really picking up is the next part of this month. It's all just about being a good steward of your finances. Just really making sure that, and see, the 4-4 is making me really feel like, if you look on the door there, it's the number 4-4, right? So in numerology, 4 is all about stability. It's all about coming into stable situation. And so 4-4 is the amplification of the stability. So I feel like anywhere where there hasn't been enough support, money, foundation, finances, that the rest of this month is going to be opening that up for you. Yeah, look at that. Justice, the justice card coming out. So the rest of this month, the option that you're coming into, the choice that you're going to be making, it is coming in because it is a balancing out of where things have not worked out for you. And justice is coming in to balance out where you have felt like you have not had enough support, enough option. And that's what's coming in the rest of this month is, and for some of you, this is more business. You're going to have more business. You're going to have new clients. For those of you in relationship, this is going to be a more stability and balance coming into the relationship area of your life. So for those of you in connection where maybe the first part of this month you've had some obstacle or challenge, it just feels like stability is coming in. For those of you not in connection, looking for love, I would be open to it. I feel like the Justice card will be bringing you an option. Again, having the courage to step into a new choice or a new option. All right, let's see what else wants to come out. Oh, I love it too. Yes, because you are having a renewal. Look at that. There is a renewal. And again, self-evaluation, rebirth. The second half of this month is all about rebirthing. And again, look at this. For those of you in relationship, and this kind of is piggybacking on the twin flame energy that I was tapping into earlier this week. And also, again, I'm not an astrologer, but I know that some planets have gone direct that are also in your relationship house. So yes, I feel like relationships are on the table. I feel like relationships coming into balance. I feel like relationships coming into stability. I feel like This is really you coming out of any difficulty, obstacle, challenge. Um, and then those of you who, this is more about foundation, relationship, family, finances. I just feel like the second half of this month, things are really going to be showing up for you. There's a balance coming in. There's a rebirth coming in. So for those of you who have really struggled the first half of this month, the second half of this month is going to be giving you options to go in a direction that is going to feel more balanced and more stable. But I think what I was picking up on is it is going to be energies of going in some kind of new direction, because it did feel like there was going to, this is based on your learning and your growth. And so for those of you who've been on a healing journey, or you really have been becoming way more self-aware, this is going to be important for you to remember to step into and trust and act on this awareness in the second half of this month. Oh, I love it, Cynthia. So you're definitely coming into stability. Yeah, in the Page of Pumpkins, a new offer. So for those of you who are single, be open to a new offer in relationship. And then for those of you, that are feeling this more in your money house, again, more clients, new clients, justice, money evening out, things really coming together, I guess is what I'm feeling. So let's get a little advice, shall we? Okay, I got 2 right away. Yeah, compromise. Compromise. Yeah, for those of you who have been trying to strive and drive the first half of this month, you've been really working hard, you've been really pushing, you've been working overtime, you've been for those of you in relationship and trying to find a new relationship, you've been really working those dating sites, or really trying to be in all the social events. I'm really feeling like this second half of the month, it's not about striving and driving. It's not about pushing. It's about taking a step back. It's about coming into this equanimity is what I'm hearing, the word equanimity. Whew. I'm struggling with what equanimity means. I'm going to look it up. Let's look it up. Okay, equanimity. I know it's a concept we've talked about in the it's definitely a spiritual practice. I feel like it is a concept that is very important. Mental calmness, composure. Oh, look at that. That's why. And the card is composure. No wonder I'm hearing equanimity. Evenness of temper, especially in a difficult situation. Yeah. So it's time to not make rash decisions, do anything out of a sense of urgency, which again is fear energy. The second half of this month, it's more about stepping back, having composure, letting the energies show up for you versus you trying to push or force anything to happen. Anything that you try to force or push, you're blocking your blessings. And so the second half of this month, as uncomfortable as it may be, to not strive and drive. Because that is such a human concept. Like it's such a that we're human. Like that's what we want to do. We want to just push and make it happen and will it. And if I work hard, I've been taught if I work hard, it's all going to show up and everything's going to be okay. And I just keep working hard, it's all working out. And unfortunately, we know now that we live in a vibrational universe, and it's more about drawing things to us. When we force things, we force that round peg into a square hole. It may fit for a minute. It may work for a little bit, but the long term, it's not going to. Something's going to break down. And that's why the second half of this month, it's not about forcing anything. It's about allowing this energy of equanimity, having composure, stepping back, allowing things to show up, things coming together for you. And having the courage then to grab hold of, because again, what's going to show up for you is always going to be bigger, more uncomfortable, because we've never been there before. And the things that are truly for us that spirit is bringing us, we've never been there before. So it's going to feel so uncomfortable, and uncomfortable we correlate with bad, but it's not bad. It's just unfamiliar. We've just never been there before. It's very unfamiliar. It's an unsettling feeling, but it's our job this next couple of weeks to feel it, know that it's there, but keep going. And that's where I feel like the courage is going to be called in, because this is Page of Pentacles energy, where an offer is coming in. There's going to be some kind of partnership, networking, somebody showing up to offer you something in your life that is going to be very monumental for you this next rest of October. And it's being brought in by your spirit guides and your crossed over loved ones and your higher self, because the veil is going to be the thinnest it ever is the rest of the year. And so that's why I feel like it's not about forcing anything. It's being in this energy of equanimity so that you can feel, see, hear, and know what spirit is bringing you, what your crossed over loved ones are bringing you, what the blessing is, what the blessing is. Good morning, Karen. Good morning, everyone. So this next couple of weeks, I feel like it's got a little bit of an exciting energy to it. And sometimes when we're in our fear of not having enough or not being safe and stable, that excited urgency fear can feel like we've got to do more. We got to be more. We got to get out there. We got to strive and drive, and we got to push, and we got to make sure that we're in the right place at the right time. And Spirit's like, no. If you follow the nudges, if you follow the inspiration, you're never going to miss what's for you. And even if you do, we're going to bring it back around at another day and another time. You're never going to miss what's truly for you. And as humans, we just feel like we have to, I got to do it now. I got to get it done. And in this energy that you're being asked to be in, of equanimity and composure and stepping back and allowance, it can feel very, very uncomfortable. But that's not bad. It's unfamiliar. But we need to become more familiar with that uncomfortable feeling, knowing that when we get that, it should be aha. It should be the light bulb going off, going, oh, something is coming in. Something is showing up. If I don't block it, if I don't be afraid of it, if I don't try to make it happen faster, it's going to work out. And that's what I'm feeling for the rest of this month. Everything is working out. But it's almost like you got to get out of your own way and you got to let it happen. And so if there's a day where you're being asked to just sit down and be quiet, do that, even if it feels really uncomfortable. I should be doing this, or I should be doing that. No shoulda, couldas, and wouldas. What you need to be doing is what you're being called to do. And there may be meetings that you're being called to go to that you've never gone to before. Or maybe there are situations that you're being asked to show up to that you've never been asked to show up to before. That's where you're going to have to get out of your own way and enter those rooms and talk to those people that you always felt like you didn't deserve to be there. You didn't deserve to have that, right? You do. You truly, truly do. In this next half of the month, you're going to be asked to go and be and do where maybe it shocks you. Like, I've never been called to be here before. I've never been invited to this gathering or invited to this situation. I didn't feel like I was good enough. I knew enough. I had enough. I was enough, right? Yeah, especially with winter coming. Getting it done. Yeah. Well, we have to do the have tos for winter and things like this. I think what I'm picking up here is it's more about trying to force anything that would be new, right? So, you are enough. You are enough. You deserve. You deserve to be in these rooms. You deserve to be doing and being and sharing your experiences and who you are with new people in new situations and not trying to force anything. And when you feel like you're forcing something, step back. If you really feel like you're forcing something, step back. Because if it's for you, it'll come towards you. If it's not, then you dodged a bullet. You dodged a bullet. So, the second half of this month. All right, let's get another card because those came out together. Thank you for the likes, the shares, the subscribes. Thank you for being here. Yeah, there it is. Cut the cords to anything that doesn't serve you. And I would actually, this feels very much like cut any cord to anything that you're afraid of. Because you're afraid of it, it's not for you. If you're excited by it, that's different. But if you're really, like, this is a great example, especially for those of you who are single. If you're meeting someone and you're attracted to them, maybe physically, maybe what they're saying is attractive, maybe they're really, really charming, and you want to talk to them. But as you're standing there talking to them, there's just something within you that's compelling you to move away. Whether it's a physical, visceral reaction of you shaking, your body shaking, tremors in your voice, or whether it's just this fight or flight, I need to get away. It's time to honor that, because even whatever they're saying, it feels like it's a match, or however they look, like they're really attractive. Like, you being with this person would get you looked by other people like, look what they did. Look who they're with. It's not about that. It's about a soul to soul connection. It's about a spirit connection, a level of connection that is more than the physicality, more of the shared experiences. It's beyond that. And I would even say for anybody that's starting a partnership with someone in business, same thing. If they're saying all the right things and they're saying they can do this for you and they can do that for you, um, don't buy into anything until they prove it, right? But if there's this feeling of like, this is too good to be true, it is. Or this just something, right, it just feels off. It is. So Spirit is really asking you to be very, very discerning the second half of this month and cut those cords to anybody or any situation that is not serving you, that's already in your life, and be very, very discerning about anybody that's coming towards you, whether it's for a collaboration or romantic partnership, whatever it is. It is time to be very discerning about who's in your energy, who gets a seat at your table. And that can be really disconcerting when you think you've met the right person, or you're putting yourself in the right situation, but then all of a sudden you get this overwhelming feeling of something's wrong in the state of Denmark, right? Hamlet, Shakespeare, listen, right? If all feels like there's something wrong in the state of Denmark, there is. There is. And we who maybe are still holding that imprint of people pleasing, or that imprint of I'm not safe and stable if I'm not accepting anything coming my way, good, bad, or ugly. This is where we need to now put up that boundary and set that limit that I am done accepting any old thing. I'm done making any old thing better, right? I'm done putting lipstick on that pig. I'm walking away, and allow yourself to. Allow yourself to walk away. And again, it'll feel uncomfortable, but again, it's not wrong. It's just unfamiliar. So this uncomfortable feeling that you get is spirit's way of saying there's something not right here. Yeah, if they're offering you the moon, it's not right. Yeah, exactly. So it's about getting comfortable with uncomfortability because there's something that spirit is trying to put you towards that's better for you. But because we're still holding on to the old imprints of the traumas and the dramas, we're still trying to go towards the familiar, which is not good for us in some way. It's going to hold us back. It's going to keep us down. It's going to hurt us. It's just not going to get us where we want to go, where we're being called to go, where it's time for us to go. And that's so important. That's so important because I feel like the second half of this month, that's what we're being asked to do. Really taking steps towards where we're being guided to go, because the rest of this year feels very much like a turning point in your life where you have accepted putting lipstick on the pig. You're not accepting that anymore. And for some of you, you're already doing that. You're like, I'm there. I'm good with my boundaries. I'm good with walk-in when I need to. Sounds good. I'll keep doing that. For others of you, though, this is something that maybe you're still practicing or you haven't really taken the step yet to do that. You feel it, you know that you need to be doing it, but you haven't done it yet. You haven't used no as a complete sentence yet. You haven't stepped into your power yet. And this is where I always say, do that with someone that already loves you unconditionally. That one person in your life that is always there for you no matter what. Start by setting boundaries with that person. And then build from there. Because it is going to be really, really terrifying the first time you do it. I'm telling you, you're going to start sweating. You're going to start shaking. That terrified feeling in your belly is going to show up. Your cortisol is going to spike. Like, you're going to have some real physical reactions. Your adrenaline is going to be up because your fight and flight is in the house. But it doesn't have to keep informing your decisions and putting you in the old spaces, the old relationships, the old rooms, the old tables, the old whatever. I love it, darling, balancing the physical and the spiritual, absolutely. So that's what you're being asked to do the second half of this month. For those of you who have really gotten to the point where you're like, I know I've got to set boundaries. I know. But you haven't really done it yet because it's so scary. And you're having those physical reactions of like, I start sweating, I start shaking. So I just people please. I just go back to, okay, I'll do that for you. I'll take care of that for you. No problem. Because it feels wrong to say no, right? But that's just your fight or flight. That is the ego still running your programming from your mental space. We got to drop down in and let our will in our sacral chakra start to show up. Where now, through boundary setting, we're only putting ourselves in front of people and in situations that we're being called to be at. That there's a reciprocity. There's a connection. There's benefit for both parties, both entities. Very, very important. So the second half of this month, I feel like it really is taking us into the energies of kind of the rest of this year. And spirit, because of the ability to connect with you, with the veil being the thinnest, that it is the rest of the year, that these messages that you're receiving, these dreams that you're having, they are messages. Spirit is trying to get into connection with you. They are trying to get you into this next level, the next step, your next upgrade to what it is You're here to be, do, and have. And so, yeah, you may have to dig down into some courage. You may have to reach out for some support, and that's okay, 'cause you're not here to do it alone. You always have your higher self, you always have your spirit guides. And then finding like-minded people or a community where you can really get support. It's so important. It's so important. Um, when my daughter was coming out of her, inpatient, one of the things she asked me to do was go to Al-Anon, and, I was like, "I don't need Al-Anon. I'm good." She's like, "No, mom, my counselor really would like you to go at least once." And I was like, "I went 20 years ago, wasn't what I thought. I didn't really get anything from it. Sure, I'll go." Well, I've been going pretty regularly since. Because if nothing else, I'm sitting in a room full of people who share my experience. And it's so refreshing to know that I don't have to put on airs, I don't have to put on any armor, I don't have to not have it be part of my experience. And so if you're someone that's really struggling with feeling like you're not the best version of yourself, you feel like you're a fraud walking through your life. I did that for a long time, felt like I was just a fraud. People thought I was very kind, I was very helpful, they really liked being around me. But on the inside, I didn't like me. I was angry, I was jealous, I was judgmental. I was resentful. And those were my 20s. I felt like a fraud. Who I was on the outside was not who I was on the inside. But getting support, going to counseling, and then decades later, stepping into energy work, you can flip your script. You don't have to stay unhappy. You don't have to stay in undeservedness. You don't have to stay in resentment and anger and failed businesses, failed relationships, failed whatever. You don't have to stay there. And so despair doesn't have to be your normal at all. And I feel like this month, there are things showing up in your dreams or in your life that spirit is bringing you because it's time to clear it. It's time to let it go. It's time to overcome it. And for each and every one of you, it's going to be different. But for all of us, it is something, because 2026 is really going to be transformational. Very transformational. And so 2025 being a 9-year is really about clearing out a lot of very dense, heavy stuff that we've been holding on for a long time. I actually had a clearing myself this past week. I tried to do something that terrified me, and so I was having all the reactions. I got nauseous, I got dizzy, I got, why put myself through this? Why, I'll just stay home. Why would I put myself through this? I will just stay home. That's not a room I need to be in. That's not a space I need to be in. I don't need to put myself in that situation. But spirit's like, you deserve to be in that situation. You deserve. You're there. And I was like, okay. So again, before I went, I was like, okay, I need to clear this. I got to clear this blockage because I'm in a literally, guys, dizzy, couldn't stand up straight, felt like I was 3 sheets to the wind, nauseous. Holy cow. I had nothing in my stomach, but boy, did I feel like I was going to lose my lunch. It was like I just should just climb into bed, put the covers over my head, and I'm not going. Nope, I don't need to go. My life is good. I'm good. I don't need to. Nope. Nope. But spirit was like, no, go. You need to go. You need to prove to yourself that you can go. You need to not let this block stop you. So the next time you get this opportunity, it's not like this. Or when the opportunity drops into your lap in a very physical way, you're ready to receive it. And I was like, okay. So I got halfway there and I pulled over into a parking lot, an abandoned parking lot. And I was like, okay, I got to clear this. I got to clear it. So I did. So I did some energy work on myself. And and it was so funny because I have my phone linked to my car, which I'm sure you all do. And so I play my music through my car from my phone that I have downloaded, and I have playlists. And I had a playlist going, and the meditation music that started was not on that playlist. So spirit was definitely in that car with me, helping me to overcome this blockage so that I can get to the next phase of my life, the next step on my journey, right? Because this is part of it. And so I did my clearing, and one of the things that happened to me very early on in life with my sexual abuse was the inability to be vocal, to speak my truth, but also to, in times of like crisis, scream. I'm not a screamer. If something terrifies me, I actually get quiet. And in this clearing, something welled up within the bottom of the depths of my root chakra, came all the way up and out my throat. And I've never screamed and released in that vocal kind of way, but I really felt like something opened up. I really felt like that's a clearing happened. And I ended up going and doing what I was going to go and do, and it didn't end up working out, and I felt like that was also synchronistic. Like, I had gotten all worked up for no reason whatsoever, but I didn't know that. But I got through it, and I took the step. It was a baby step, not gonna lie, really, really baby step, but I took it. And I'm sharing this with you because I feel like that's where we are the second half of this month. There's something you're gonna be called to do. You're gonna need the courage to do it. It might not work out, but because you took that step, it opens up that pathway. It opens up the energy of that for you to then be on that road. Be on that road. And I feel like that's what the second half of this month is doing. It's helping you to get on a road that you never believed, expected, dreamed you would be on. And you may not get on it this year, but I feel like we're carving the path for 2026. Yeah, saying no can be downright terrifying. I was going to use a word there, darling. I was going to use a word there. Yeah, no, it can be, I get it. I get it. I was there this weekend or yesterday. I was there, shaking, nauseous. It was awful. Because when you've been so traumatized, or when your whole life is all about your value coming from being and doing for others, how do you let that go? How do you work through that? No, I got to keep being and doing for others because that's how I get my value. That's how I stay safe. That's huge. That's huge. And so if you're someone that's really struggling with setting those boundaries, I would say in the next couple of weeks, that's where you need to put some attention and do some work. Work with your spirit guides in meditation. And for those of you who are really ready to transform your life, reach out. Reach out. Book that discovery call. Is the coaching what you need, or will it help you? letting go of the destructive patterns that you've gotten into because that is what is normal for you. It's not bad. You're not bad, but it's how you learned how to survive. And I feel like for many people, it's time to get out of survival mode. It is time to thrive. It is time to step into your authenticity. It is time to receive. Have that soulmate twin flame relationship that you deserve, that maybe it's been right there on the back burner. You've just not been able to reach out to it. Or for those of you who have really had a passion that you've wanted to create, or you've wanted to teach, or you've wanted to give, and you've not been able to because it's terrifying. I'm not good enough. Whatever the story is you're telling yourself, because that's the story that you came up with that, again, kept you safe and stable. It became your normal. It's time. It's time. It's time to be more, do more, give more, love more. And it all starts with yourself. It all starts right here on the inside. And once we're there, then we're going to project that outside of us and draw to us the right people in the right situations. That's why when people come to me for relationship ratings, they get so frustrated because I'm like, we got to work on you first. Can't draw to you your most compatible soulmate or your twin flame if you're energetically not in alignment with your higher self, with your most authentic version of you. It's not about finding someone. It's about being the right match. It's about being in the right frequency. Urgency is fear energy. It's never going to get you what you want. It might get you aversion, but if you're looking for sustainable and long-term and growing together and happiness, romantic partner or your purpose, how you make your money, how you don't make your money. Maybe you make your money one way, but your purpose is in service in some other way outside of how you make your money. That happens all the time. But the second half of this month, something's coming in, and Spirit wants you to be ready to accept it. So I'm going to leave it right there. All right, guys. Links are in the description box. Thank you for hanging out with me for all these minutes. This went way longer than I thought it was going to, and that's okay. Spiritual 411, the podcast, you can listen to it on all the platforms, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcast, and Spotify. Or you can just go to podbean.com and find me. Please subscribe, comment, like, share. Thank you so much. And for those of you who are ready to have a conversation about your own experiences and what you're looking for, head over to my website, melissaalwatkins.com. Have a beautiful, beautiful rest of your day, week, month, and we'll talk soon. Thank you so much.